Hey everybody, we're back. Scatterbrain Dad here. We got a little bit of snow over here at our properties. Not a lot again. I mean, that's just the norm for around here. Just smaller storms and not a lot going on. So, what do? You just go out and push it, and yeah, I mean, you can tell obviously right here that I'm pushing it and it's making a difference. There's actually, you know what? There's a little bit more snow than there has been prior. So that's good, right? You can't complain. You can't ever complain about getting out and doing a little bit of work. Whether it's 1 inch, 6 inches, half an inch, and you're just salting. So, anyways, yeah. I got a lot of feedback from y'all on that last video as far as, you know, chit-chatting and making some commentary on things we're doing. So, today, I don't know, man. Today I figure maybe we could talk a little bit about why I decided to go with most of these residential properties versus the commercial properties of, you know, say like, you know, just like a retail, whether it be like a fast food joint, a little office building. Now, I do little office buildings still, so I mean, I do some commercial, but I don't chase after the big retail properties. You know, say like your local strip mall type joint where they've got, you know, 4 or 5 businesses in there. You know, one might be a food joint, one might be a spa, you know, or a skin treatment center, or just something where you've got basically people coming in and out of all day. I stopped chasing that kind of work, mainly because of the liability of, you know, everyone coming in, the slip and falls. Now, the slip and falls aren't that big of a deal. If you're doing your effort, keeping it free of snow and ice, that's a good thing. And some of those properties are actually probably, I don't know, I used to go out on some storms, and you know, when I had those properties, I'd be out 3 or 4 times a storm pushing the same property. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, it's good to actually do that. Those properties can be beneficial. However, I'm getting a little older, and when I head out at 4 o'clock in the morning and have to push all those properties, and then it snows all day, all night, and I gotta go back at night to clean up where they parked, and then get back up and do it all again in the morning, you know, you're running off of hardly any sleep, which I get that's work. You gotta work hard, hustle hard. I've been there, I've done that. I am perfectly okay not doing that anymore. So now, I've got these properties where I basically go out and just push my route. If it snows again that day, everything is covered, the storm's just coming in and it just keeps coming, I hold off. So I get a little bit of a break because most of my clients just want it pushed after it's done snowing. And I really enjoy that fact. But for all those youngins out there who want to hustle and bustle and make some good money, man, some of those properties are good ones to pick up, because, you know, like I said, if you can hit a property, if you can hit a commercial property, you know, 3 or 4 times a storm, you know, great. I mean, that's some good money. It's way good money. There's a lot of money in snow removal, especially if you're hustling and you know, start picking up multiple trucks. Yeah, there's good money. There's years where, you know, there was a couple years where I made more money doing snow removal in like 3 months than I did, you know, all year long doing my lawn stuff. I still made good money doing lawn stuff, but when you can make that much money in 3 months. But that was really stressful. That was a stressful time in my life, but it was fun. It was worth the experience. Some people I talk to around here, you know, they're like, why don't you pick up more work? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? And I'm like, yeah, I've been there. I'm good. I'll save that for you guys. You guys can do that. Get out there, hustle, grow your businesses. There's plenty of work, right? Plenty of work for us all. So, on that note, that's kind of why I stepped back. I didn't step back. I downsized quite a bit. I no longer do a good chunk of those properties. Also, another reason why is because, you know, you kind of set an hourly rate, right? And you're at these properties and they want you there specifically. And I had a few properties where, you know, it was snowing and it was snowing all day, and you know, one of the guys got mad and basically wanted me to dedicate a truck to that property all day for the hourly rate we were charging, which we were charging them a specific rate solely on the fact that, you know, they gave us a lot of properties. But the more people who are going after those particular jobs, the more the prices for doing some of that stuff gets dropped, because they're all chasing that work, and so they're all dropping their prices. So in reality, I just felt that I could make more money doing some of the smaller stuff. So, you know, I was telling people all the time, oh, we have an hour minimum, or, you know, we've got a X amount of minimum time that we gotta, you know, do. But, you know, I don't know, it seemed like I was never picking up these properties because I felt my prices were too high solely for the small stuff. My hourly rate wasn't too high. It was just an hourly rate for, say, a smaller property that, you know, took me 5 minutes, or like this one. I could have done it maybe a minute or two faster, but we're pushing 7 minutes right now. So you got to figure a lot of those properties were seriously right next door to each other. So one day I bid all these properties, and there was like, I don't know, there was like 7 properties on like the same block, and I just kept losing them. And I was like, huh, well, I could probably pick up more and do all those in the same amount of time. Sorry, there was a car I was waiting for right here. I didn't know what he was doing, but it's backing into the other property. I got to get out and put a little bit of salt in my hopper. But yeah, so the main thing is I found that I could pick up more properties in a block area where there was minimal drive time. So I could pick up those properties, and I could basically push all those properties in an hour versus the hour spent at my commercial property. And you can obviously maybe guess where I made the most money at. It wasn't at the commercial property spending that hourly rate. It was at the smaller properties, dropping my price a little bit to pick those up. So anyways, I'll leave it at that. I'm gonna go put some salt in my stuff, and I've got a few more properties, so I'm gonna make a few more videos, and I'll discuss another topic at the other property on another video. We're gonna break it up today, so I'll decide what to talk about, and we'll go from there. So have a good day, and go out and make that money.